Let's get straight into this one. So the point where Jay Slater's body left the level ground has been pinpointed. If this information is correct, if you have a look, you'll be able to see where the body went off the ravine or the cliff. You can see this point as you walk up to it from at least, 100 meters, 50 meters, 20 meters, 25 meters. You can see that you would fall off the end. It wasn't just coming up to it and then, a drop that you can't see. Now you'll see the dog can see it, so why can't Jay? This case has gone beyond suspicious. Welcome to Aldon's Reviews and True Crime. But let's just deviate for one moment and say if the body was planted. Originally I thought, they might have dragged it along from the road to there. Depends how far it is. My thoughts initially were he was found where the phone was pinged, which was way before any cliff. That's why it was unusual, because he would need a cliff to fall off and break all those bones. If the body was thrown off the cliff, they would need to transport Jay, march him along. That's difficult because then you've got to walk back again. It takes time. And was it daylight? Was it evening? Was it night time? They're going to use lights. It would be easier if they were to keep the body somewhere, hold the body somewhere, as suggested, that they would use a helicopter. Now I know it showed a helicopter being used, but they've not admitted that this was footage from another rescue. But they do say a helicopter was used to winch the body up into the helicopter. That would make sense. So they could have winched the body down from the helicopter and planted it. And what they needed to do, why they had to plant it and not just say, we found it. They had to plant some of the soils around the body to say that the body had been there for a month. Because it ties in with the soil, the rocks, everything else, to say this has been here for such amount of time. So if we're saying the body came winched down, then we're wondering how the Holland dog, who got there the day after the body was found, or 2 days after, because they're saying 2 days after. Well, they're not saying it was 2 days after. They're still sticking to Monday at 11 a.m. But it was actually found in the early hours of Sunday morning. Some are even saying Saturday morning, but it doesn't matter whether it's Saturday or Sunday. It wasn't Monday at 11 a.m. as reported. So how did the Holland dog catch onto the scent that wasn't even there? And also these experts are saying that the dogs, now there's controversy in this. I'm hearing two different things and I'm looking at two different parts of research. They're saying dogs can't smell a scent that's over a month old. And then others are saying their dogs can smell a scent for up to 60 days. Is that right? Perhaps we have a doggy person on board that's watching and can tell us when a scent actually disappears from a body, because at some point, especially in the heat, the muscle tissue, etc., is going to all disappear and you're going to become a bit of a skeleton, and they're not going to be able to latch on to that scent when it's in the air, isn't it? So when they're on top of the cliff, they're not going to be latched onto that scent. And if there was the body being planted, there's not going to be a scent at all. This would tie up with the other specialist dogs from the Guardia not being able to pick up a scent. There wasn't a scent at all. The Holland dog may have smelt something, I don't know, that led them to the edge where the body was found. It's all confusing, isn't it? It's because we don't actually know what happened, and we're going on all the, can we call it, evidence that's surrounding it, and all the suspicions that has gone crazy. So it would tie up 2 a.m., all dark. England have just played. Everybody's nursing their hangovers. Not everybody, but people watching the football, Spain and England. So they're hopefully going to be tucked up in bed. And we saw the video from Paul Arnott down the rapids of it all kicking off on the early hours of Sunday morning, Sunday night, 2 a.m. It was all kicking off, and there were lights and dogs barking. Were there helicopters then? Did he hear a helicopter? I didn't notice on the video. Perhaps someone could try and find out where there was a helicopter and bright lights. I gather there were bright lights and everything going on. And it's unusual for that time in the morning for anything to be happening there. And I said you wouldn't search in the dark because you'd need too many resources. Night lights, night vision glasses, night vision cameras. So in the light was a better time to search. So this is why they said Monday at 11 a.m. because it wouldn't arouse our suspicion. They searched at first light. So what would that be over there? Would that be 4, 5, 6 a.m.? And then they found the body at 11 a.m. So that would give them enough daylight to search, and we wouldn't become suspicious, which are, play on our sympathies, and we wouldn't ask any questions. But we do, especially on YouTube, on social media, within true crime.